What's up everyone, Theo here with another quick video, and today we're talking about the new Resto Druid changes that just came in patch 10.1.7. While Resto Druids did not receive a complete rework like Paladins did earlier in the expansion, we have seen some pretty significant changes to our talent tree. I've been messing around a little bit with these new talents now that they are live, and I wanted to take the time to chat a little bit about my initial thoughts on the new Resto Druid changes. The biggest change that we're seeing this patch is the addition of a new talent, Grove Guardians. This talent allows us to summon up to 3 treants that will immediately cast Swiftmend on our target and Wild Growth if we spec into Wild Synthesis afterwards. After these 2 spells, they will spend the rest of their time casting Nourish on random injured allies. Now this is a really cool ability that obviously fits really nicely into the class fantasy of being a druid. However, after messing around with it for a little bit, I've become even more excited about it. The ability has 3 charges and each treant lasts 15 seconds with a 20-second recharge timer. This means that if you cast them individually, you can have a single treant up about 75% of the time. However, this isn't the only way that you're able to use this ability. You can also cast multiple charges at the same time if you are in a really bad spot and you don't have another cooldown to send. Also, this ability is not on the GCD. This means that you can macro it to your Flourish or your Convoke in order to supercharge either of those cooldowns. Overall, this is a very versatile ability that fits rather nicely into our current toolkit. One of the things that Resto Druids struggle with the most is spot healing, and since these treants cast Swiftmend as soon as they're spawned and they cast Nourish afterwards, they actually really do help cover this weakness for us. There are a few other changes that we're seeing, however they aren't as interesting as the addition of Grove Guardian. Master Shapeshifter is another new talent that gives us an increased bonus for using our other shapeshift forms. Not only does it supercharge our different abilities in these different forms, but it also gives us mana back. Now, as Resto Druids, we don't necessarily struggle with mana, so this talent might not be something that's needed, especially since it shares a node with Circle of Life and Death. However, this is another ability that just fits nice thematically into the class fantasy of being a druid, so even if it doesn't see much play, it's still something nice to see on the tree. The only other talent change that we saw was changing Embrace of the Dream into a 1-point talent instead of a 2-point talent. While this is effectively a nerf to the talent itself, it will make pathing to things like photosynthesis a little bit easier. In addition to these talent changes, we're also seeing a 6% nerf to all of our healing. While I'm obviously not thrilled to see such a nerf, it's not something that has me too concerned. Raw HPS is never something that we struggle with as druids, and we can keep up with basically any other healer in the game. It's really just specific damage patterns that druids struggle with, especially when it comes to spot healing. Now, it's a little bit too soon to tell if this new Grove Guardians talent is going to really be a good solution for spot healing. However, having such a versatile new tool to play with is definitely something I'm looking forward to mastering over the next couple of weeks. At the very least, this talent as well as the new Master Shapeshifter definitely fit nicely into the Druid class fantasy, so overall I'm pretty happy with these changes. However, I want to hear from you. Have you spent much time playing Resto Druid since 10.1.7 has come out? What do you think about the new talents, and do you think they justified the 6% nerf that we saw? As always, let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for some more casual healing content, and until next time, happy healing.